Into the red corner from Bulgaria, it is Bojko Ivanov.
And his opponent coming into the red corner, Bojko Ivanov from Bulgaria, and again his teammates there waiting for him. And we mentioned the rebuilding of the Bulgarian team, and you can see the young man in that corner there with them, and that's what we're saying. It's a real rebuilding process with the youth of Bulgaria now.
Что я сама знаю, что записывать. Звука. Дальше.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. We have a welterweight contest scheduled for three-minute rounds. Let me introduce your fighters again. Firstly, into the blue corner, he's the 2017 European and Asian silver medalist. He's from Sweden. It is Axel Carlson. And now into the red corner. From Bulgaria, it is Bojko Ivanov. And your referee is Mr. Ahmed Koshi.
We're in the welterweight division. Axel Carlson, Sweden, in the blue corner. Bojko Ivanov, Bulgaria, in the red.
Ivanov, a striking background, very elusive with his kicks. He'll fire a kick, move off, and instantly hit his opponent. He's great with the parries as well. So watch out for when the straight punches come down the center line. He's able to parry and counter very fast.
That said, the left-hand jab coming through the channel from Carlson, who's happy to stand and trade with him at this moment in time. Both men light on their feet. But there's the punch combinations you alluded to, Dean. Nice and sharp from Ivanov.
Ivanov with some blistering power. You can hear that from here when there's those gloves contact. You can hear the slam here, but Carlson seems to be okay. He's working away in, trading kicks from both of the athletes. This is the feel-out process of the first round. Oh my goodness, overhand right connected. Carlson diving for the single leg here.
Yes, stung him into action, as we see so many times, Dean. You get caught, then you suddenly have to think about the level change for your own protection. And I was just about to say, before that shot landed, how tall and broad Carlson is at the welterweight division. Again, he's a big man for welterweight.
He's trying to use that frame here to get the takedown. It looks like he's got the double underhooks. Might look to use the knees to lift the leg and then reap inside, work inside and outside trips. Great takedown defense from Ivanov. He's able to stay. He's using the cage here, leaning on the cage, keeping the base nice and wide. Beautiful work from Ivanov.
Yes, he forces the disengage, but I said Carlson also looks dangerous. I said he's got a big frame, he's a big man at the welterweight, but the aggression of Ivanov making this an exciting opening to this welterweight bout here in round one. Happy to stand and trade with Carlson.
Carlson with his own high roundhouse.
He got caught again, and it's when he engages with Ivanov standing and trading, and again it forces Carlson into the takedown.
Carlson has got to keep busy in this position, work the body in the head, use the opportunity to either work the ground and pound up against the cage or pass the guard into a better position.
Well, as you say there, as you rightly said, Dean, he works Ivanov up to the cage here. And he's been stung into his best work, hasn't he, from Ivanov's punches.
That's the crazy thing, he's picked his poison, and it almost helped him getting stung because Ivanov dropped his guard, so to speak, came in to try and finish and didn't account for the takedown which Carlsen obtained.
Yes, we're inside the last 10 seconds now. And we mentioned the dynamics of certain bouts. Nice ground and pound to end that round from Carlsen. But we mentioned the dynamic of certain bouts. Ivanov, so good and so hard upright. But through his strength, stung Carlsen to show us his strengths on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, the striking background is unquestionable. He's got power, excellent footwork, super fast speed. He's just got to find a home for that overhand right whilst keeping nice and low and enabling the sprawl. You see here from the replay that just gets right behind the ear, that overhand right, places it perfectly. And that promotes Carlsen to dive for that single leg. And you can even see there, Ivanov still trying to strike the right-hand combination, and he puts him on wobble street, shoots for the takedown. And you can see Ivanov went in there for the finish, and he didn't account for the takedown, Malcolm.
Good call, Dean. What you were saying was if he took that step again and made Carlsen stand up, he would have still been on wobble street. Instead, Carlsen then had to revert to type and instinct and play to his strengths. But excellent setup for this second round. We're in the welterweight division. Axel Carlsen from Sweden, the world number 14. In the blue corner, Bojidar Ivanov from Bulgaria in the red. And a sort of round of two halves. The first round as we go into the second here, Dean.
Yeah, Carlsen now trying to get busy with the strikes, more direct. He's lifting that leg up, using fakes and feints now to disguise what he wants to do. Nice and high and then low, looking for the leg kicks.
Oh, good midsection kick off the lead left leg from Ivanov. And you're right about his upright skills, Dean. He's a dangerous man with the power in his legs and hands. And he's hurt again, Carlsen. He's stung Carlsen again with these punches. But sensibly this time steps out before he comes back in.
He's more tactful in this approach now. When he gets Carlsen hurt, he's got to pick punches, work accuracy.
Front push kick to keep Carlsen away from Ivanov. More measured approach to his kickboxing skills here in the second. Trying to prevent the takedown from Carlsen while still landing the heavy shots. And there's that nice left counter from Ivanov. Carlsen for me is at his most vulnerable when he initiates the engagements, when he comes forward boxing. That's when he's been caught.
Yeah, he kind of puts his head down and he's just a bit short. He doesn't turn his hips fully over to get that extension. Saying that, with that right hand, that was a good right hand. He turned his head off the centre line, extended it fully out.
Nice left to the body as well, Dean. Better from Carlsen, must have hurt us.
Yeah, he's tightening up his boxing technique, but just like right there, he puts his head down. He's been very careful about doing it.
Again, he went for the takedown, Dean, and he was caught again from those punches. This time, he couldn't initiate the takedown, and Ivanov really looking for the heavy punches again.
Smart play by Ivanov. He backed up, gave it the distance he needed, looking for the head kick. Carlsen again charging forward for that takedown. He's very careful about putting his head downward like that. Ivanov can time that uppercut now.
Yeah, the uppercut coming in as he comes in. The round kick to the midsection, then steps away again. As Dean said, more measured approach from Ivanov, and it's working better for him in the second. Not following through, looking for the big finish when he's hurt. Carlsen, he takes that step back just to regroup and then punish him again. Much better thinking from the young man from Bulgaria here in the second. Oh, looks for his own takedown. Good sprawl from Carlsen. That was a shock, Dean.
Ivanov could be testing the sprawl. Often you go for a takedown and test the reaction of your opponent to sprawl. And if you remember, if you want to sprawl, you've got to go downward. So if you can fake the shot, come up with the uppercut left hook combination, that could be what Ivanov is trying to sell here. He's got to sell the takedown and actually go for it to make Carlsen believe that's what's going to happen.
Well, he ended the round with a left-right-left combination again. And what you said in the first round, Dean, Ivanov's corner must have been telling him the same, because he really took that on board, didn't go flying in for the finish, and managed, for me, to punish Carlsen longer during that round and probably take that second.
Very patient, letting the knockout come and see if he can replay some of his handiwork. Big body kick there. Carlsen steaming forward with these punches, but you can see that his head's in a downward position. pinpoint accuracy here, just whistles past the head as that kick. Such an elusive striker, Ivanov.
And then, as you saw on the end of that last replay, just backs off. Good shot to the body right at the end from Carlsen just after the bell. But for me, Ivanov, his tactics in the second round were far, far better. Welterweight division, the third and final round of this bout between Alex Carlsen from Sweden in the blue corner and Bozidar Ivanov, Bulgaria, in the red, who had a very good second round indeed, keeping this bout mainly upright consistently across the course of the 3 minutes of that second round.
Ivanov now seems to be trying to work the counter. Nice entry there by Carlsen. Switching to the double leg, gets the takedown, beautiful stuff. Now he's got to work. He's got to work the body here, look to get to the mount, and potentially look for a ground and pound from that position.
And again, we talked about corners talking to you, and maybe Ivanov's corner telling him what to do in the second. I think from what we saw there, Carlsen's corner said, look, get him down, work him on the ground, upright, it's not working for us. And Carlsen responded, and it's a totally different round because of it.
Now we see Carlsen on top in the half guard. Ivanov now trying to sneak up to his feet. That would be why Carlsen's trying to control that arm. He's pulling it underneath him to prevent him sucking his hips out and up to cage walk.
Yes, he needs a big round, and he's going for it. The world number 14, the 2017 European and Asian silver medalist. Bags of experience there. And it was the right call at the right time, Dean. Definitely for Carlsen.
Carlsen's got to work here though, he's got to get out of this position. Start working the guard passes. Start chasing potentially a TKO win.
He's looking to work that ground and pound. Carlsen, stoppage, the only certain way he can progress here, because the first round we're not sure on, the second round it was Ivanov's.
Carlsen working the ground and pound, but he's too eager to accept the guard position here. You can see here he's doing damage, but you never know what the judges' scorecards have. He's doing a great job here, but imagine how successful he would be in side control or full mount with that ground.
Yeah, I was going to say full mount, as you said, Dean. But as you said, he's happy in this guard position, but it depends if he can keep him here for the full 3 minutes. Then, as you said, it would be really interesting for the judges. And for me, if he does keep Ivanov here, it may all depend on how they score that opening round.
Carlsen now very heavy with the hips, enabling him to maintain this position, keeping the weight down, blocking the hips off Ivanov. Ivanov not able to get to his feet thus far. And that's probably because he's trying to defend against his punches.
I was going to say that right hand piston-like from Carlsen coming forward consistently, and then we got the last 10-second clapper, and this is dangerous times. The referee looking just at the... Do you know what? If that buzzer hadn't come, there was the ground and pound stoppage you were talking about, Dean. Huge finish to the bout from Carlsen after being under the cosh in the second round. And for me, I've got Ivanov the second. You're going to have to give Carlsen the third. This could all now depend on that opening round. Strong finish from the world number 14. And it's from this moment, Dean, when he decides and he commits, and he looks to hang on for that takedown.
Yeah, worked the single leg straight to the double leg, landed in the side control. He went for the body for a little bit here, but this was where he had the most success. On top, ground and pound from the guard or the open guard position. And like you say, this is what makes MMA so exciting, and in particular this tournament fashion, because we're waiting on the decision. It comes down to that one round. Get decides who goes forward potentially to go on and be the champion.
And as we said about that one round, the fact that the amount of time it's taking for this to be announced makes me wonder, Dean, that this is very, very close indeed, and they're checking the scorecards. to make certain that they're right. But it is close, isn't it? You know, Ivanov really worked well upright in the second. Carlsen listened to his coaches, took him straight down, and let's be honest, if that would have been longer than the referee was just about to step in to stop the fight when the buzzer came in. So now, that first round, we're going to get the result and see who does get it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Firstly, 29 points to 28 points in favour of your red corner. 29 points to 28 points in favour of the blue corner. Now 29 points to 28 points, and your winner by a split decision in the red corner.
Yes! Yes! Bravo! Yes!
Ivanov takes the decision, but if you look at the scoring, it was exactly as we said. Who scored that first round to who? And 2 judges scored